All right, so I'll have a nice coal fire going when I leave, and then I come home to this, something like that, where there might be a little bit of orange embers in there, some wood where she's tried to throw it in there. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to get a good fire going. All right, so first things first, if you have a DS stove, you probably have a plate like this, and there's probably another brands too. What this plate is, it's to hold ash, because a good wood fire needs some ash for the base. But if you're going to burn coal, you'll want to take this plate out, just set it to the side. And if you want to get a good coal fire going, you're going to have to empty out your fire box of all the ash that you can, and make sure your ashtray is empty too. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. All right, so I got everything shut up, all these dampers and stuff shut, so I don't want dust going everywhere. And we're just going to really shake this up. Okay, then we'll open this and see what we got. Let that dust go up the chimney for a second. See how that's, you can see clear down the bottom. All right, so we want to make sure the ash pan is empty too, because that can block some airflow. Oh yeah, look at that. And this ash, I know it's good for the garden, but what I've been doing, I've been trying to fill in these dips here in the backyard, just trying to level things out a little bit. It's good for the grass too. All right, so I'm starting a nice little wood fire, not a whole lot of wood, just some dry scraps that I had in the woodshed, but you gotta make sure it's dry. And we're gonna try to get some nice hot orange embers going, and then we can start adding the coal slowly. All right, so for those of you who have DS stoves, there's a lever on the back, and you'll want to pull that out for coal. That way it blows the air from up underneath, because wood you want it blowing on top, coal you want it all from underneath. That's why it's important to clean out the ashes. You want that airflow to be able to get up through the coals. Now, some of you have asked, how do I set the plate on my draft blower? I open that up all the way. Right now I don't have it running, just for the sound, for the video, but I open it up all the way, and I just let my thermostat control that draft blower, because it'll shut it off whenever it gets up to temperature, and then when it needs more, it'll go ahead and kick it back on. So yeah, I run that all the way open. The air dampers here on the front and down there by the ashtray, I just run them shut. I've been running them shut with wood as well. So while we're waiting for this to go ahead and burn down to some nice hot coals, I ended up buying Lehigh, I got the bag cut already, Lehigh anthracite coal. If you remember a few years ago, when we first got this stove, I was burning Tractor Supply coal, and I don't know where that comes from, but it didn't seem to burn very well for me, and others told me it's cheap coal. So I ended up finding this Lehigh coal at a co-op back home where we came from, over in the northern panhandle of West Virginia. And I think the first year it was $8 for a 40-pound bag. Last year it was $9. Well, I just went there yesterday, bought 5 bags, and they were over $11 a bag. Inflation has hit the coal market as well. So me personally, I don't burn a lot of coal. And that was the whole point of the stove anyway, was so that I could burn wood and first of all have a heat source whenever we lose power. Because all I have to do is take the generator outside, fire it up, plug the stove into the generator, and we can burn wood just like we normally do, because it turns on all the blowers. And then the other reason I want a wood stove is so I can save money on my heat cost. And that's the whole point of this thing, is to save money. But I did buy this one so I had a secondary source in case something happened to me that I could burn coal. And so that's mainly why I got it. Not to burn coal as the primary source, but just to have a backup. All right, so we're getting close now. You can see them red hot embers in there. So I'm going to go ahead, fire up my draft blower again, and I've got it set to where it's going to blow up from the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on now, get ready for when I start adding these pieces of nut coal. Which, by the way, this is nut coal. That's about the average size. It's not rice coal, nut coal. That way it burns longer. The bigger the piece, the longer it burns. All right, so I just kicked the draft blower on, and as you can see, we've got plenty of airflow. It's blowing those flames up. That's what we want. So I'm getting to the point now, I can probably go ahead and start adding some pieces of coal. You want to do this slowly. I'm going to stop right there. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, since we cleared out most of the ash, we've got plenty of airflow, and that is perfect for this coal fire. We can even add some more. Alright, so the end goal is to get the coal up to this ledge. As you can see, it's sitting down in there. It's probably this far down on the shovel, about that far down, couple few inches. But I don't want to suffocate the fire, which it's actually going really good. I could probably add some more. But yeah, the end goal is to fill this whole box in here level with the ledge. All right, I got some flames, I got some air movement, crackling, all good signs. So I'm gonna go upstairs. There's a football game on. I'll probably wait till the end of the quarter, and we'll come down here and see what it looks like and add some more. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes, and we got a nice glowing coal bed here. We're going to keep adding, and we're going to be able to get pretty close to adding all the way up to this ledge. All right, we're not quite to the ledge yet, but we're getting there. I'd say another 10 minutes or so we'll be able to fill it up the rest of the way. I don't want to suffocate it still. One more 10-minute break here. All right, as you can see, we're still cranking along good after another 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this 40-pound bag in there, and we should be pretty close to having this filled up and ready to go. All right, that's that bag. Alright, so we're just about filled up to the ledge. I'm probably going to add a little bit more from another bag. Not much. But we're going to let this go until the blower for the ductwork kicks on, when the stove gets hot enough. And the stove is warming up nice and slow. That's what you want. But yeah, I'm going to let this sit. And this will end up taking off and being nice and hot here soon. Alright, so the stove is warmed up. As you can hear, the blower's running, and look at that fire. That's just what we want. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and shake out the ash one more time, and then I'm going to add coal till it's completely flat with the ledge, and that'll last us the whole night. So just little short strokes here. Okay, that'll do it. See what we got there? Looks good. Okay, I'm going to go empty the ashtray up. And there we have it. We are set for the night. Alright, so we got our coal fire going. It took me about 40 minutes, I think, to finally get it going good. But yeah, that's going to do us good for tonight. It's supposed to get down in the 20s, and it should still be the same temperature in the house when we wake up in the morning. So a couple tips that I've learned along the way burning coal. Like I said before, keeping the ash out of the firebox, out of the ash pan, is crucial to keeping your coal fire going, with anthracite coal especially. And then whenever you go to shake it, do it when it's burning red hot, and go ahead and shake it, but don't do it all the way. Just shake it short little strokes like that. That way it just knocks the ash out and not the coals. And then if you got a fire that's almost out, don't poke it in the center. Poke it on the edges to get airflow. If you poke it in the center, you're going to break it all up, and you're going to lose it anyway. Those are some tips that I've picked up along the way. But hopefully this video helps you getting your coal fire started back up. I know people have reached out to me about the DS stoves and how to run them with the coal. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do that. I will try to help you any way I can. But I hope this video helps some of you out. And if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.